Welcome to All Things Entertainment, hosted by William Thomas Alexander. We are here reviewing episode 2 of Welcome to Derry, an A.T.E prequel? Yeah, an A.T.E prequel, or spinoff, however you want to say. I had a great time with the first one. The first one gave me a lot of what the fuck moments. First one also had me kind of hiding from the screen. You know those shows, those movies where like you kind of just have to like look away. The first episode does that. The second episode does the same exact thing. That opening intro song. Yeah, there's something about hearing, and it could just be me. There's something about hearing little kids singing in such a joyful, cheerful song, so uppity, kind of like a Willy Wonka and the Charlie Chocolate Factory type of vibe.
Special and I'll be rare with a smile and a ribbon in my hair. To be a girl they notice takes more than a fancy dress. So I'll be noticed because I'll dress with a smile and a ribbon in my tresses.
This intro song was so eerie. And mind you, they didn't have it in the first episode. It was in the second episode because the first one was the pilot. So the second one has the official, title screen, Welcome to Derry. And it's images of chaos, what it looks like to me. They're images of things that you, at first glance, you would think that, oh, that's a nice picture. But then you really look at the picture. It's one of those things where you really look at the picture, you look in the background, and you just see things. You see things that are weird and are just like, it's just eerie. Hearing little kids singing in such a joyful whoop-de-doop-de-doo-doo-dee, da-da-dee-dee-dee-doo-dee. I'm a grown-ass man doing this shit. Imagine that being a little ass 6, 7-year-old kid singing. There's a difference. Great introduction title screen. It's official, man. Look, Pennywise is moving more different than I've seen him in any of the movies. The way they're doing Pennywise, the way Pennywise is moving around and scaring these kids in this movie, it almost feels like they had a bigger budget in this episode than they did in the movie. And it's because we haven't actually seen Pennywise yet. Obviously, it's just we know he's behind these visions or these nightmare scenes, but you don't actually see him. And then it just ends up being it's VFX of these monsters, these beings scaring these kids. The way the kids are getting scared are creative. There's a scene in the supermarket with with the lead girl. She's looking around. Her mom sends her shopping, and she's looking around for certain shit. And it starts out. You hear that it's one of those old timey supermarkets where you hear someone on the intercom talking about, "We got milk for sale in aisle 15, red tomatoes canned up for $2 less. Get your free electron," one of those type of things, right? It takes a scene that seems completely normal and can somehow, in the midst of the normalness, completely 180, flip a switch, and just make it feel like the most uncomfortable scene ever. This girl is going through the supermarket with her shopping cart, picking up groceries, and then people are just looking at her. It's like if I was on my phone minding my own business, and I just said, "Bro, what? What? Hell nah." So now she's going through the supermarket, and here's the thing. Race plays a part in this show. Way more than I thought it was. But there's something about seeing a white person smile at you crazy just at a drop of a dime. This little girl is going through the aisle, and all you see is a white man's head go. Not showing any sort of emotion, just looking. This show does a really good job of just flipping the switch. And that whole scene is insane. Traumatic backstory with her father. Her father died, and he died in a crazy way. And in this supermarket, that fear is explored. She's still dealing with that trauma with her father, and Pennywise uses that fear against her. And the way they do that in the supermarket is different. And it leads to the question of, like, do other people see this shit? And very quickly, the show has shown and explained that no, the adults don't see this. What the adults see is these kids just screaming in the middle of whatever location that Pennywise is messing with them in. That girl freaked out in that supermarket, and now she's back in the asylum that she was afraid to go back in the first place. And you know what really pisses me off in a good way, because the story is being told right? Since race plays a part in this, there's a storyline with Ronnie, the black girl's father, where he's being accused of killing the kids in the first episode in that movie theater. You come to find out that the little white girl, you know, was told the truth to the cops that her father wasn't there, but the cops manipulated her because she was so afraid to go back to the asylum, manipulated her into getting her to tell them exactly what they wanted in order to put Ronnie's father in prison. The thing that pisses me off is that the way they manipulated her was by threatening to put her back in the asylum. So she gave the police what they wanted, and then she ended up back in the damn asylum. And it pissed me off in a good way, because it's like, damn, dog. Like, damn. Of course she's not going to want to go back to the asylum. Of course she's going to give the cops as a 13-year-old, 12-year-old. She's afraid, she's scared, she doesn't want to go back, but she wants to tell the truth, she wants to do the right thing. But she doesn't want to go back to that asylum that probably treats her poorly. And Pennywise freaked her out in that supermarket, and because that happened, her mom sent her to the asylum. This girl can't catch a break. None of the kids can catch a break in this, man. You just feel bad for them. You feel bad for Ronnie. Ronnie lost her dad. He wasn't even there. I also love the little side storyline they got with Hanlon. Hanlon has his own little storyline, and I love it. Hanlon and his family, they moved to Derry. They have a kid. His name is Will. Shout out to the Wills in the world. I feel bad for Hanlon, man. Derry is a terrible place to get relocated, and I feel bad that he got relocated there. I got a homeboy, his name is Cameron. I gotta ask him if he would decline the offer to being relocated in Derry after watching this show. Honestly, I think he would say no. I think he would reject the offer to be relocated in Derry. I don't even know if you can do that. Is that something you could do in the military? I'll find out. But I don't think he'd do it. But maybe he would. Bro, Derry is a scary fucking place, man. I wouldn't wish my worst enemy moved to Derry. And I would, look, Pennywise is just, he's, and maybe it's because it's it's a show, but he is not moving like how he was moving in the movie. In the movie, he was scary, but maybe it was because, and I think I got it. I just came to an epiphany. An epiphany. That's the word of the day. An epiphany. I think it's because we don't actually see him. I think the fact that we don't actually see him makes us feel like he's moving 10 times faster and 10 times more lethal. I could be wrong, but I feel like I'm right. I feel like that's the reason. We have not, at least I haven't. I'm not caught up to y'all. I'm behind. I know. But I'm just giving you my reaction after watching it real time. I haven't seen him. He's not around, but he is around. And that's what makes it the most scary. Rating this episode, we know we rate shows out of 5. But this episode was a 5 out of 5. I think it was just as good as the first one. It stuck the landing. Started great, ended great. All right? It gave you the thrills. It leaves you with questions. All around, I thought it was a great episode. We have not seen Pennywise. All we have seen is his eyes. Thank you for tuning in to All Things Entertainment, hosted by yourself. What? Hosted by yours truly. Fuck. Thank you for tuning into All Things Entertainment, hosted by yours truly. I'll be back for a next video next week. Thank you guys for watching. Homeschooled wouldn't even work. You can't even be homeschooled in Derry. That's what's crazy. Like I was about to say, if I was in Derry as a kid, I wouldn't go out my house. My parents, my grandparents, my uncle, hell, Batman couldn't get me to come out my damn house. But it don't even matter. Because Pennywise pulling up to your door like DoorDash. It don't matter. He bringing snacks, soda pop, and the beers. It's wraps for any kid that's in Derry.